You don't typically see chop shops like this in neighborhoods like this.
First here at 6, Tulsa Police detectives bust a chop shop running out of a midtown Tulsa home.
Investigators say 2 men took over an older man's house while he was away in a different state. Only on 6, our Reagan Ledbetter rode along with police as they served a search warrant at the home and found some stolen property, it sounds like, Reagan.
That's right, Shannon and Brian. Detectives tell me this investigation is unique. They say the car thieves broke into a home near 41st and Sheridan, trashed it, put tires and wood in front of the doors to block anyone from coming in, then used the garage as a chop shop. They believe Adrian Moreno and Jimmy Jenkins had been living there for months. Tulsa police say they would have never known what was happening inside this home without the help of some alert neighbors who noticed suspicious activity during the day and night and called police.
They essentially were squatting inside his residence, using his residence as a chop shop. They were bringing in stolen vehicles, taking them in the backyard into the garage and parting these vehicles out.
Lieutenant Chase Calhoun says an elderly man owns the home but has been living out of state. He says the homeowner doesn't know the suspects and no one was supposed to be living at the house.
The activities that they were seeing from this house just doesn't match this neighborhood. It is very inconsistent and suspicious.
Adrian Moreno and Jimmy Jenkins were arrested, accused of running the chop shop at the house. Investigators searched the house again today and found another stolen truck, completely stripped, and a homemade paint station where the doors and hood were being repainted, likely so the car could be sold again.
You don't typically see chop shops like this in neighborhoods like this, where, especially given the circumstances where they've essentially squatted in a residence and taken over this house that does not belong to them.
Calhoun says criminals are always coming up with different ways to commit crimes, which unfortunately means more victims.
You have victims of those stolen cars. You also have the victim of this residence who is an elderly man living out of state, thinks that his home is secure here. In reality, his house has been destroyed on the inside to the extent, and people are using it to commit crimes.
Now, Calhoun says he hopes this sends a message to others that if you see suspicious activity in your neighborhood, call police. Records show both Jenkins and Moreno have spent time in prison for stolen cars, drugs, and other convictions. Reagan Ledbetter, Oklahoma's Own, News on 6.